There have been several changes over the years. Perhaps the biggest one that people will be familiar with would be the introduction of CAML, but the more challenging one has been fairly recently with a move towards the use of voice over IP with your partners. Not all the partners yet, but some of your partners. And where this changes things is that the voice calls that are made by your subscribers roaming in other places, traditionally they would have come back in tap files as voice calls, are now coming back as data consumption. And those voice calls are still appearing on the billing system for the end subscribers in much the same way, but the way we have to reconcile them is very different now. We have to take into account different systems such as the IMS in the local environment. From the subscriber perspective, nothing has changed. They still use their phone in much the same way as they have before. But from the operator side, there's increased complexity. If you are being charged for data consumption, you have to assure that that data that you're being charged for is consistent with the amount of voice that was carried, for example. You also have to make sure that you can reconcile the calls that were placed via your local IMS environment are also consistent with the data consumption that you see on your packet gateway, as well as what you're seeing in the tap files. The risk perspective, there are more opportunities for discrepancies to appear. And because it's a change from the way things were working, there's a chance that you're not looking for these things correctly at the current time. So it's an evolution of that revenue assurance environment to, say, assure that those risks are mitigated, that all those different things that can happen are being monitored. In the original time, we would be reconciling what was going on in the billing environment and what appeared on the tap files from your partners, and there wasn't that much opportunity for discrepancy there. But now we've got information that we must reconcile from your data nodes, your packet gateways. We've got information that comes in from your IMS, which is mixed in with all sorts of other services that you're delivering with that environment, as well as what's happening on the tap files. And in some cases, you're reconciling things which are different in nature. When you're reconciling a voice call, which goes on for a period of time, against a data session, which just has a consumption of bytes, you've got to find a way of reconciling those two things for consistency.